Alright, so my project for the March green or green is this really cute seal and send thinking of you or thank you note. You could use it for any number of occasions, but it's actually all one piece, the envelope and the card, and this is what it looks like on the front. And when you open it up, the little petals open like so, and it becomes a little greeting in here. Now you could use this for a lot of things. You can even include a photo inside here, or enclose a packet of seeds, or any number of things you could use it for. But the idea is that it prints on one sheet of paper front and back, and you seal it up and it becomes a mailable envelope. And I even found a green stamp to keep with the theme.
So to make the seal and send card, there are actually two files associated with it. So you have the inside writing, and then you have the address side, which looks like this. And to customize it, I'm going to start with the address side, and you open up the file in Word, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this so you guys can see what I'm doing. But there's a little text box here for the address, and you could just type in any address you want here. So you could do, Miss Anna Sky. And the font I'm using is called La Belle, and I've included a link to that in the bottom of this post. But you can highlight this and change it to any font you want. And editing it's just like editing anything in Word. So let's say I wanted a different type of font. I can pick a different font, I can change the size, and I can even change the color. So if I wanted it green instead of navy, like so, make it a little bigger. And I lowercased everything because I liked the way that looked, but you could just as easily come in and type in your caps and make it your own. You could also, if you're an advanced Word user, send out this template using a mail merge, and you can just put your mail merge fields in here, and you could auto address a bunch of these at once. And then when you're done, go ahead and print side one, and then we're going to go into the second side, which is where you write your note. And this here, you can see it has all the trim lines for the little petals that fold over and make the envelope. And it works the same way. You just zoom in. Let me get in a little closer. And this little top part where it says thinking of you, that can say anything. Like you could say, happy birthday, like that. And you can type any message you want here and sign it. If you needed to, let's say you didn't want this signature box, you can just click it and hit the delete key, and then expand this text box to fill in however you want. Or if you didn't want any of these in here, you can just highlight them and delete all the text boxes and handwrite your note. It's completely up to you. And again, changing the fonts and the sizes, so we can make this bigger, we can make it green. And you'll see when I make it bigger, it kind of cuts it off, and that's just because the text box isn't big enough. So you can just click and drag, make that text box larger, and then slide this one down. You can also click and drag and move these around as well. So it's pretty easy to customize. And then when you print the address side on your printer, you go ahead and flip that over and then print this page onto the back side. So now on the next part, I'm going to show you how I cut it out and assemble it.
So when you print it, it should look like this. So you have side one with your address on here, and then you flipped it over and you have side two, which has your score and cut lines and your message. And to make this project, I recommend the following supplies. I have a cutting mat, and that's just to protect my table, a ruler, a pair of scissors, a bone folder, an X-Acto knife, and double-sided tape. And the double-sided tape is just to seal the envelope after I'm done. If you wanted to do like a wax seal or a piece of ribbon, that would work too. So now I'm going to bring over my template that I printed out. So, and you'll notice there are these score marks, and you want to score first. And to score, I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife, but I'm going to, instead of using the blade side down, I'm going to keep the blade side up. I'm going to use that sharp corner to score. And scoring just makes your folds really, really accurate. So I'm just going to drag it down and just make a slight indentation with the X-Acto knife. And again, the blade side is up when I do this. If you do the blade side down, you're going to be sorry you did. And I'm just turning and then lining up my ruler with the little score marks on the printout. And these are the folds that our little petals are going to crease against. And it's good to get these as straight as you can because that's what's going to make the envelope square. Okay? So now I've scored every line. So now I'm going to go back through and cut. And you're actually cutting and line up the ruler with those score marks again. And then I'm just going to turn my X-Acto knife down because I'm ready to cut. And I'm just going to come right into this corner and drag my blade down to make that cut. Okay? I'm going to come over here, go to that corner there, and drag the blade down. And I'm just going to go around here scoring. And I think this would be a fun project to do to surprise any friend. Maybe a friend you have on Facebook from college or school that you haven't talked to in a while. And so few letters come in the mail these days. You know, you always get bills and advertisements in the mail all the time. If you were to receive this in the mail, I guarantee you it would be the first thing that they would open before anything else. And it's really special. And I'm thinking about using it for Mother's Day because I think that would be really fun. And of course the theme for the Creative Collective this month was green, something green or something using recycled materials. And this project could actually use recycled materials because I have, 90% recycled paper here. But you could print this on just about anything. And I thought it would even be fun to put a little button here to kind of add in that recycled element theme. So now I have it all cut out like this. So now you're ready for your scissors. And I'm just going to follow the curve along here. And for all you perfectionists, don't beat yourself up if you can't get the perfect arc. Believe me, no one will notice. Just get it as close as you can. And there's just something really relaxing about doing this. It's really therapeutic crafting. I'm just going to cut last one here. There. So now you have the address side and your message side. And then the last step is to just fold along your score lines, hit it with the bone folder. And the bone folder is really optional, but it makes your creases nice and tight. And this is something I picked up at the craft store. You can also use the back of a scissors like that and drag it. I've used a ballpoint pen, like the barrel of a ballpoint pen. So now our flaps are all set. Go ahead and fold it like this. So that's our little envelope. And here, whoops, put the flaps that way, and then here's the address side. So I hope you enjoy this green project, and you can actually download the templates at the bottom of this post, or by going to the Creative Collective, or at downloadandprint.com. Enjoy.